just about ready to lead the proceedings. Before that, we welcome you to O's Extra Pregame, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Kevin Brown, Ben McDonald are with you. Usually this is Brett Hollander's chair. Well, not technically his chair, but Brett's about to host a wonderful ceremony as we induct 4 wonderful people into the Oriole Hall of Fame in 2021. J.J. Hardy, the great shortstop of those teams from 2012 to 16, notably. Mike Devereaux, your former teammate who joined us yesterday. Joe Angel, longtime legendary voice of the Orioles. And Mo Gab of the Orioles, biggest fan maybe ever. It is a special group of human beings, Ben McDonald.
No doubt. I mean, you think about Joe Angel's career, 41 years, 19 with the Orioles, just an unbelievable career. J.J. Hardy, I remember him, 2014 team that made it to the ALCS. Of course, Mike Devereaux, who I played with, was just an awesome player, the Orioles' most outstanding player. One time in his career here. Of course, Mo Gaba, we saw him many, many times here with the Ravens, and of course with the Orioles super fan. And so it's a wonderful night. And for those guys, and we heard Mike Devereaux last night talk about to be included with some of the names as we get a look at Joe Angel there. Some of the names in the Oriole Hall of Fame. I mean, you talk about Brooks and Frank Robinson and Cal Ripken Jr. and Boog Powell and Flanagan and McNally and Brady Anderson and on and on and on. So just a wonderful night here at Oriole Park. So happy for all 4 of these and very deserving as well.
Yeah, just saw Joe sitting next to Mo's mom, Sansi Gaba, who was here a couple of weeks ago when Trey Mancini hit a home run in Mo's memories. So it's going to be, I think, an emotional pregame ceremony. A very special group of folks who are going into the Oriole Hall of Fame. We're going to join Brett Hollander in just a second. Saw J.J. Hardy talking to Trey Mancini. J.J., by the way, rocking a suit. Still looks like he can suit up at shortstop.
Yeah, and he can play some shortstop, too. He was one of the most fun guys for me to watch play shortstop because defensively, he did everything just perfectly out there. And, Baltimore really rejuvenated J.J.'s career in a lot of ways. I mean, first time over, hit 30 home runs in his first year with the Orioles here. And so he was a big part, as you mentioned, of that run back to 11, 12, 13, and 14 with the Orioles. And Mike Devereaux looks like he's in pretty good shape, too. And Joe's been playing a little golf, I'm sure, so you know he's in golf shape for sure.
Joe is in golf shape. Joe's nice and tan. He's been enjoying his retirement. We're going to have a couple of special guests join us soon to see Mo's mom, Sansi Gaba. A lot of Mo Strong T-shirts in the stadium today, and there's a special Mo Gaba section out in right field. With this, let's turn it over to our MC, Brett Hollander.
Hall of Fame induction ceremony. What a night in Birdland. Tonight, we are going to witness the induction of 2 new members of the Orioles Hall of Fame, bringing the number to 58 former Orioles in the Hall, along with the presentation of 2 other highly esteemed awards. These individuals will receive the ultimate compliment that an organization and community can bestow upon its heroes. Induction into a club that includes the likes of Brooks, Frank, Jim, Eddie, Cal, Earl, and Chuck. Men who represented our hometown team with distinction both on and off the field. Let's begin our celebration by introducing to you some special guests who are joining us for tonight's festivities. Seated on stage is the president of the Oriole Advocates. Please welcome Mike Lycia. The Orioles Hall of Fame was established in 1977 by the Oriole Advocates and continues to be administered by the Advocates today. So how about a hand for everything the Advocates do for baseball in our community? On stage to help induct one of our honorees from 105.7 The Fans, Big Bad Morning Show, please welcome Jeremy Kahn. Also on stage is the 2018 Herb Armstrong Award winner, a native of Baltimore, and former Orioles broadcaster who will help induct one of our honorees. Please welcome home, Fred Manfra. Also on stage is a former pitcher who spent 4 of his 11 big league seasons right here in Baltimore, who will help induct one of our honorees. Please welcome former left-handed pitcher Ross Rinsley. Tonight's first presentation is the Wild Bill Hagee Award, which honors a fan who has inspired others with their devotion and exceptional support of the Orioles. This is only the second time this award has been given. The other being for the award's namesake, the late Wild Bill Hagee. This year's honoree began calling into 105.7 The Fan when he was just 9 years old and quickly captivated both the host and the listening audience with his knowledge, enthusiasm, and optimism. When he first started calling the shows, no one knew that cancer had caused him to go blind as an infant, or that he would battle 4 other cancers and undergo knee replacement surgery in the span of just a few years. His enthusiasm for Baltimore sports never waned, and he touched the hearts and became entrenched in the sports lore of his hometown. And he inspired the athletes themselves, befriending many Orioles and Ravens players. Let's take a look at some of our honorees' special moments.
It's Little Mo, right?
He's the most upbeat kid I've ever met in my life, and he's so inspirational. You always seem to stay so positive. How do you do it?
Well, every day when I wake up in the morning, I always feel like I'm going to achieve something that's pretty cool. So I just think positive, and I just like to have fun.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. Are you Brandon Hyde?
Yeah.
You're the manager.
I know. Yeah, how's it going, bud?
Good. I'll be rooting for you on the game tonight.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
We'll try to make you proud, all right?
Okay. I got this, Mom. Let's do this. Let's do this. Play ball! And I threw out that first pitch last year. That was the best day I have ever had. Play ball! Thank you, everybody, for having me. It's just awesome to be here. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second recipient of the Wild Bill Hagee Award passed away on July 28, 2020. Just hours after learning of his selection, please welcome Mo's mother, Sanzi Gaba. Before we hear from Sanzi, let's welcome members of Mo's family who are with us tonight. Sanzi's brother, Baywan Gaba, sister-in-law, Kara Gaba, her niece and nephew, Jada and Jeremiah, her brother, Noah Bunch, Zanzi's fiance, Hiram Boone, and Mo's longtime teacher, Lynn Leach. And let's welcome, from 105.7 The Fan, Jeremy Kahn, who will say a few words about Mo.
I guess I should start it off by saying, "What's up, Baltimore?" So let me tell you about my hero, my friend, Mo Gabba. One of the most inspirational people I've ever met and had the privilege of being around for just a few short years. Mo started calling into our show when he was 9 years old. We didn't know a lot about him, but we slowly learned about his life and some of the things he was going through. But you could never tell because he was so positive, so honest, so amazing. One of my favorite phone calls came from him. I think it was about the third or fourth time he called into the show. And he'd been on hold so long that when we went to him, we heard a toilet flush. So we said, "Mo, did you just flush the toilet?" He said, "When you gotta go, you gotta go." And from that day forward, we developed this friendship. From us visiting his school, which eventually turned into us texting each other, calling each other, and before I knew it, going over his house, playing video games, and talking about the Orioles and the Ravens and everything that he loved. But this team here, the Baltimore Orioles, gave him an opportunity to come out and really grab a lot of people's hearts and their eyes to see what he was going through and kind of understand his outlook on life. He often said, "Make every day a win." And that's what I try to do, and I think that's what everyone should try to do. Be as positive as you can. We all know he wasn't dealt the greatest hand in the world, but he made every single day a win. He was positive about everything. It's not the easiest thing to do, especially when you've been through what he's been through. But as soon as he started coming to Oriole games and meeting some of the players that he fell in love with, you saw the relationships and how they grew. It started with Adam Jones, Manny Machado, for which one of my favorite moments again at Orioles Fan Fest, where Manny said, "What would you like to see me do this year?" And he said, "Hit 50 home runs and not get suspended." To one of the people that Mo fell in love with, and I think he knows it, Trey Mancini. I can't say enough good things about Trey. There's a lot that everybody's slowly starting to learn about him. But the time he spent with Mo that none of you knew about, I know he enjoyed. And the time he spent playing video games and just anything, calling him, talking to him. But when Trey was going through his hardships, Mo didn't even think about himself. He wanted to call Trey and make sure he was doing okay. It's just the type of person he was. So I'm very fortunate that I got to spend 5 years with him. We lost him a little over a year ago, and I miss him greatly, and I'm sure you guys do as well. One of the things that I love the most about him is he never thought about himself. He always thought about everyone else. He cared about each and every one of you guys, and it showed. You look at all the things we've done, whether he was alive or posthumously, he's done so much. The kid's won 3 sports Emmys. He has a street named after him not that far from here, Mo Gabba Way. He's got a talking bobblehead. He's in the NFL Hall of Fame. Today, he's an Oriole Hall of Famer. To the strongest person I've ever met, Zanzi Gabba, I love you. Your son stole my heart, and I like to think a part of him is going to move on with me. And we're going to carry on this legacy, but it starts with today. So I want to tell you guys, I'm proud to formally induct to the Orioles Hall of Fame a young man whose contributions to the Orioles will never be forgotten. A winner of this year's Wild Bill Higgins, Mo Gabba. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, guys. I'm going to bring this up. So one last thing, Mo loved, when we would talk about Hawk Harrelson. He always said, he had a couple sayings that a lot of you guys will know. But Mo Gaba into the Hall of Fame, you can put it on the board, yes, yes, heck yes, as Mo would say. Thank you guys.
I just want to say thank you to everyone, especially the Baltimore Orioles, for welcoming Mo into Hall of Fame. I know he is smiling, giggling from heaven right now. And to each and every one of you from Baltimore, thank you for welcoming to my son and to your families. Thank you guys, and you guys have a great one.
Thank you so much, Sanji and Jeremy. The Herbert E. Armstrong Award honors non-uniformed personnel who have made a significant contribution to the ball club and to the game of baseball. Our honoree spent 42 seasons broadcasting Major League Baseball, including 19 years in the Orioles broadcast booth. After working for several teams starting in 1976, he found his way to the Orioles for 3 seasons in 1988, a not-so-lovely season, to start with a new team. He returned for 1 season in 1992 before becoming the first broadcast voice of the Marlins. And he finally returned to Baltimore for good in 2004 and spent the final 15 seasons of his broadcasting career in the Orioles radio booth, entertaining fans with his signature calls. Let's take a listen to some of his more memorable calls.
This is the Orioles Radio Network.
Sorrento takes the ball strike three, and the Orioles are in the win column on opening day. Way back there, way back there, way then bye-bye. A Trumbo Jumbo has won it, and the Orioles in the win column. The Orioles have done it. They have done it. They are the champion. Champagne for everybody. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. Here's Hardy. Here's the relay. The tag. Safe at the plate. Gentleman Young. A double. But the bases loaded. And the Orioles have gone ahead. Here's the Machado relay. The tag. They got him. They got him. They got him. They got him at the plate. And that's how the ball game ends. They got him at the plate. Here comes the throw. It is too late. And the Orioles have won the game. And they're going crazy. And right now it looks as though the Orioles have won the pennant. And the season ends on a walk-off. And we'll be back with the lovely totals right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 22nd recipient of the Herb Armstrong Award, the former voice of the Orioles and one of the all-time greats. Welcome back, Joe Angel.
In how he played that day against either Dave Johnson, Rick Dempsey, or Jim Palmer. Usually, he would have a frown on his face and tell us how poorly he played. But then you would talk to the other guys, and they would say, you know, he took us for some money today. Except for Dempsey. Dempsey would always take him for some money. Well, Joe is a special person. He's a great baseball person knowing the game of baseball. He knows the intricacies, the ins and outs, but he also has a great way of making it fun to listen to the ball game. He had nicknames for people.
We want to collaborate with ease. Enjoy presentations with Canva.
yellow horse super duper angry. Now I will go trespass someone's house because I hate myself. Do you know why I hate myself? Because I'm stupid, and it's 2:30 in the morning right now. And Black Bear is sleeping because he hates staying up all night. And I hate sleeping at night, because I'm crazy. Ha 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 wah ha. And I was having this stupid coffee. Now I will throw this stupid coffee. I'm super angry and crazy. Now I will go trespass someone else's house because I hate myself. I'm bad. Let's get in my freaking car. Now I'm at someone else's apartment for crying out loud. And there's a freaking 2015 Chevrolet Silverado. Now I will go in here. Get up right now. It's time for you to come with me and destroy Black Bear. I will kill you.
What the hell is that noise? Who is in my apartment? You are not supposed to be in here. I'm not going to warn you again. Get out or I call the police.
No, I'm not leaving and that's final. Now come with me right now. Because I want you to go to my house and destroy Black Bear for God's sake. Now come with me right now.
I should have listened. Hello, police. There is a trespasser in my house, and I think he is going to steal things in my house. Can you arrest him? Thanks. Bye.
Stop right there. You are under arrest for trespassing Amy's apartment. You know she is trying to sleep. You are going to jail for 34 days. Come with me. Now, yellow horse. I can't believe you trespassed someone else's apartment. Now all of the police officers are all angry at you because you are going bad. Now stay right now. Yellow horse. You are going to freaking far again. I heard the Allen officer you trespassed someone else's apartment. Now stay in your cell. Right now.
Now you are going to pay $3 trillion fine for you. Now stay in your cell right now.
What do you think I will do next until I get out of prison? To be continued on one. I hope next time I will be good when I get out of prison.